guys, let's get into some NBA player props for Wednesday, December 21st. We are back. After going 6-1 2 nights ago, we backed that up by going 5-1 last night. Let's go, boys. Clap it up.
Wait, what? 5-1?
Yeah, 5-1.
5-1? Are you dyslexic? I think we went 1-5, unfortunately.
That was
1-5.
1-5.
Yeah, 1-5.
Oh, I wrote that down wrong.
Yeah, I mean,
I read that off wrong.
yeah, I'm not happy about it.
My bad, but in all seriousness, we do apologize to the viewers for a horrible night. Hopefully, we didn't cause too much pain going 1-5. I'm sure some people got hurt. There will be nights like last night where our picks just suck. Viewers and subs will come and go, but if you stay with us and trust this process, you will find yourself profitable in the long run. We love you guys and want to give the best advice so you can make some money. We will bounce back tonight. We can make up for those mistakes from last night from finding winners for you guys today. So let's get right into it, and we're going to start with Trey.
0-2 yesterday, losing Levine 21.5. He finished with 21 points. It is what it is with that one. And I sent in a tweet an hour and a half before the game that I saw that the game before this one, there was a blow up in the Bulls locker room, and Levine was the center of it, and they're done with his BS. So I was like, well, this should be a fun prop, and he almost got it there still with 21 points. And then the other one was Draymond over 6 rebounds. He finished with 5 in a blowout loss to the Knicks. I don't think any of us kind of projected the Knicks of all teams blowing them out by 30 points on TNT. It is what it is, 0-2. I'm going to be 2-0 today, hopefully. The first one is going to be Paolo Banchero over 21.5 points. And this is going to be a pretty fun game to watch. It's Magic versus Rockets. Paolo Banchero versus Jabari Smith Jr. There's a lot of interesting reasons to watch this game. And if you look at Banchero versus the Rockets last time, he dropped a 30-piece on him. So I think 21.5 is a pretty good number. And if you look at the Rockets defense, they're near the bottom in defensive categories and basically all of them. So 21.5 points is a pretty good number for Paolo. And then my last one, I'm only going to give you guys 2 today, is going to be SGA over 30.5 points. SGA has been on a roll. If you look at it, he's hit the over in 3 of his last 4 games, scoring 42 against Dallas and Luka. I don't think that the superstars in that Timberwolves game was playing, but he still put a 35-piece on them. And then they're playing Portland tonight, and then the Thunder played Portland in their last game, and SGA dropped a 35-piece on them. So I'm looking for something pretty similar to that. And it's SGA versus Damian Lillard. They're going to go at each other all night. And the Blazers have the 4th most turnovers per game. And that plays right into SGA's hands because we all know how much SGA loves to push the pace, get easy, fast break points, go to the free throw line. So I love the 30.5 over for SGA and 21.5 over points for Paolo.
Yeah, that sounds like a 2-0 night to me, Trey. But I'm going to go ahead and go next. I went 0-2 last night. It's a common trend. Now on a 19-7 run on these props, and I'm going to stop at that 19-7 total. This is my first 0-2 night since I started that, so I'm going to start a new run tonight.
Let's go.
I have 2 props. My first prop's going to be Drew Holiday over 29.5 PRA against the Cavs. Holiday over his last 5 games has been on a tear, averaging 22.4 points, 5.2 rebounds, and 7.8 assists in his last 5 games. Middleton's out again tonight. Holiday's going to have to step up and be the Bucks' second scoring option, obviously behind Giannis. Holiday has shot an average of 17 times per game in his last 5 games, while still dishing out 7.8 assists in those games and hitting 50% of his shots. It should be a very competitive game. Bucks versus Cavs, battle to the end, 2 great teams. So I think this number's too low, so I'm going to take Holiday over 29.5 PRA. My second prop will be Damian Lillard over points. I'm back. My cash cow in Lillard in a back-to-back game against OKC. You may remember my speech when Lillard played Minnesota in a back-to-back game a week ago. I said back then, these teams are going to know every play. They would know what they want to do at certain points in the game on out-of-bounds plays, out of timeouts. You can't run the same offense against the same team after just playing the team unless that team's the San Antonio Spurs this season. This game's about who can create their own shots and who can make their shots. And Lillard is one of the best guards in the game at creating his own success. So I'm going to take Lillard over 28.5 points. I'm back on the Lillard train for tonight. Teats?
So I went 1-1 last night. I did capture our
Go
only
Teats,
victory.
let's go.
And unfortunately, it was to Bears' expense because it was Jordan Poole under points. DeMar DeRozan was pretty close with the PRAs. He missed it by 2 down the stretch, and kind of like what Trey said, their locker room kind of had themselves a huge blow up, and I feel like that would definitely affected the way that game was going to be played. So it is what it is. Let's kind of keep moving forward. I've got 2 for you today. We'll start with Drew Holiday over points. Bear basically touched on everything I wanted to touch on. Drew Holiday back, he is the number 2 scorer. I think even with Chris Middleton back, he still typically gets up his shots, and he does it efficiently. As you can see, he's hit the 4 of the last 5 games that he's played. He's just a dog, and the Cleveland Cavaliers defense for the guards is just not really that amazing. So I think that 20 points is very doable for Drew Holiday in a game where, Giannis is going to be keyed on quite a bit, and they're going to have some points from different players down the stretch. The next one, I don't really talk about this player much. I know Trey is a huge fan of him. He is considered the GOAT. Let's go LeBron James.
Goat James?
30.5 points.
Mhm.
I'm a little nervous about 30.5 points. You never know how he's going to play, especially against Sacramento. It could be a blowout. So, take this with caution. I will say that. However, as you can see, he's hit this mark or got real close to it for the last 5 games. Philly was kind of a bad one. Denver was very close. But the big news is that Anthony Davis is out for a few weeks. With Anthony Davis out, they don't have elite scoring options besides LeBron. I know, Russell's going to be putting up some shots.
What about Austin Reeves?
Austin will definitely get his looks too because LeBron's going to be getting 4v1 in most situations. But LeBron, it doesn't matter how many years he's been in the league, doesn't matter how old he is right now. His knees might be about to burst, but the dude is still LeBron James. I think that
Go
he's going
James.
to do everything he can to keep this game. If it happens to be not competitive on the Lakers side, competitive. So I think that 31, 32, 33 points is very doable for the King. Just hope for not a blowout in the Lakers' favor. Hopefully he stays on the floor for most of the game.
And another little spicy trend for this game. LeBron James is going up against the Sacramento Kings, like you said, coached by his former coach that coached him his whole career in Cleveland. So he might want to, take another little stab at him. Who knows?
Yeah, they did want to add to Teats. I just looked up Chris Middleton. He's doubtful as of right now for tonight. So I think that Drew Holiday is going to be a good play tonight. So get that number when it's low. Let's finish with the parlay lock for the people. 1 player from each of our picks that we think are a lock for tonight. I'm going to start with my golden goose, Damian Lillard. Teats?
I said LeBron's a little too nervous for me. I'm going to go with Drew Holiday. 17.5 points for being the number 2 scorer is just too low for me. I think that 20 is going to be pretty easy.
Okay.
Between my 2, SGA over points and Paulo over points, I think the best sure bet for that is the SGA over 30.5. Kind of like what Jesse said about the Damian Lillard matchup. It's going to be a high-scoring game. Both of these teams know each other's plays, so I think that they're just going to try to put the ball in the hoop tonight, and 31 points for SGA seems very doable for the guy that puts up 30-piece almost every night.
Absolutely. But that'll do it for our NBA player props for December 21st. If you guys enjoyed the content, please make sure to drop a like and subscribe to the channel below. We will see you guys next video, and thanks for watching.